Hi. Okay, just here today to talk about a new module that I've got. I've been working on the pump action module, which people have been waiting for quite a long time. So I'll do a little talk on that today. Just before we start, this is just a regular DMR. Quite a few of these out there already now. This is the slightly newer model. It's got a hollow barrel and some few cosmetic changes, but it's lighter again, and I think it's a bit more versatile. Just before we start, the foregrip is on the Picatinny rail underneath. That's what we're going to be attaching the pump action to. If you notice, I've actually got my foregrip set forward a little bit. Now, I always recommend this because you can tweak the front grip to be a little bit more vertical, and I think it's a bit more comfortable in game. People might disagree on that, might like a flatter profile, but personally I like to squeeze that forward a little bit on the rail and then just bend this up a little bit. It just feels a bit more natural. Right, just moving on to it then. What we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and remove this right now. I'm going to use a powered screwdriver because I'm lazy. That's just a posi drive. Remove that screw. You're all going to be used to doing this anyway, and that slides out. So that's gone ahead and taken our foregrip off. Now we've just got the bare DMR. So let's have a look at the pump action module. And this is effectively it. And that's just going to go on the slot underneath. It's a spring actioned, multi-position pump action. Some of you will be familiar, those of you that have the Mark II model, you will be a little bit familiar with this. So I've gone ahead, I've taken out that screw. Installing it is just as simple as this. So that's in, going to lock it in with my screwdriver. And that's it. That now is our pump action module installed. Just to show you how it works, we've basically got a slide underneath, and you're going to put your controller in, and this is going to allow you to smoothly operate pump actions in game, which is quite a big deal actually. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're in there with the virtual reality and you can see something moving and you're physically moving it as well on a smooth rail, it does have quite a lot of immersion. It's actually quite good fun to use. So it's got a locking pin on the top. That just rotates and you lock it. That stops basically this from securing the slide underneath. So if you want to operate the slide, there's a lot quicker way than doing it. On the old Mark II, you used to have a screw that used to go down, and that was on the Elite 2.0. There was a screw which is quite long to do. This though, just gonna hit that little button there, that clips down. Now we're free to go. So that frees up the slide. Now if you want to lock it again, you can push that up and flip that, and that locks it in place. And you can do that at quite a few different places. So for instance, if you want it halfway up, you could set it there. You can set it at, let's say if you want it really extreme, for some reason if you wanted to lock it there, maybe for the LMG and Pavlov, the PKM, that's quite a wide grip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in game now behind me, and we're just going to show you what it's like, put it through its paces. It's a interesting design. It's quite reasonably lightweight. You probably won't be doing too many grenade throws like this, but then again, it's not really designed for that. It's just designed for pump action fun. So what I tend to do on this actually is I reduce the stock right down, and you actually use it like a little not sawn off, you know, just one without a shoulder stock. I've seen this before quite a lot of shotguns, so it's actually quite good like that. If not, you can always just extend the stock out of it and use that as well. Now it's quite long. The slide on the front is quite long to allow for different games because there's different slide lengths. Contractors, it's quite small. Pavlov used to be quite small, but now they've increased, the devs have increased the slide, the amount you've got to slide it to rack it. So this sort of reflects that. It's a little bit longer, so it's got a bit of future proof in there just in case they change anything in the future. Right, let's get in game and see what it looks like. Hi, welcome back. Okay, I'm in the shooting range. Let's give it a go and see what it looks like. I did have to change the position a little bit, and I changed it from right eye to left eye because the gun seemed to cover the whole screen, so you couldn't see it. So let's try it. So I'm not in pump action mode at the moment. Let's just free that up. Here we go. So let's just see what it's like. It does feel so weird to begin with. I can't really explain what it's like because that was a bit of lag. When you move 1 to 1 with something like this, if you're quite familiar with shooting anyway, it's actually a really good experience. Normally I go in Pavlov for the PvP because I'm just shooting other players, but you can actually use this in single player just to sort of tinker around with, because it is that kind of experience. See how quick I am. I'm just going to slam fire a few. Yeah, I think I could get a bit carried away with this. No, don't mind me. I'm just going to try some of these. I'm just going to shorten that barrel length just to show you what I was talking about earlier. Almost like a sawn off kind of effect. Oops, that's a rest. So this is going to be available over the next few weeks. There is a unit gone out for review, so hopefully you'll have a lot better review than this. My videos are always terrible. At least it gives you an idea on what to expect. But yeah, honestly, is it a game changer? I think if you're really into peripherals, it could be worth picking up because it's just so tactile and versatile. There we go, that's it. So I'm just going to have fun on this other. There we have it. So let me know what you think, and we'll hopefully get some reviews soon and have a proper look at it. Alright, see you in game, guys. Happy hunting. Hi, because I'm an idiot, I completely forgot to show you how you can shorten the actual overall stock, because it is quite long with that pump action module. So what I've done, just loosened the little grub screw, it locks it in place. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that off. Going to remove our mag well. I'll go ahead, I'm going to slide this in. Now some people say these are quite stiff to push in. They can be, but I want them to be as basically as rigid as possible. You don't want them flapping about when you're throwing grenades and stuff, so sometimes you do have to give them a bit of a push. So that's in. Now this gap, we don't want that gap, so I'm just going to release the grub screw on the rear, that little dock. Now I don't want it right full up against there because I can't pull the trigger, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of room. That's pretty good. Just going to go ahead and lock that in place. Can't really see it, it's a bit dark. There we go. Why didn't I turn the light on more? There you go. So that is locked in place, and now you've got quite a little short length pump action now, so that's quite good. That's like a little dinky version. So if anyone wants a slightly shorter one overall, this is much more similar now to the old Mark II. So that gives quite a versatile little stock really now, because obviously it being locking in place, you can use that just like a Wolverine DMR anyway, but you've got the option to go full pump action if you want to as well. So just a thought you guys might want to check it out. Obviously more options is better. Cool. See you later.